Hello, and thank you for being on the call tonight. We are going to be talking about why you should partner with EllieMD. I'm so excited to chat about this because I have been with EllieMD since the beginning and it has completely changed my life. And so I'm really excited to share the opportunity with you guys. So, first, just to kind of go over what we're going to be talking about. Oh, maybe it will let me click. Okay, so what is this call going to be? I'm first going to talk about my story, a little bit about me, and then we're going to chat just about LEMD for just a minute, kind of telling a little bit about the company, the future of peptides, how it will work for customers, what the affiliate program looks like, what the affiliate referral program looks like, and then some of the perks you get as a partner. And then at the very end, we will open it up for question and answers. And so if you have a question, write it down. You can even put it in the chat, which I will open up my chat. I will be sure to address all of the questions at the end of the call. So if you have any questions, make sure to write it down so that you don't forget. So starting out, my name is Carly Sign. I have been with LEMD from day one, which was June 2024. I am a wife to Isaac and I have four sons. We live in Utah. I used to be a hairstylist and a nail tech for about 12 years, and then I did calligraphy for 6 years after that. And I've always just been very artsy. That's just kind of who I am. I was pregnant 4 times, gained a bunch of weight in my pregnancies, but I've had PCOS my entire life. And I have struggled with PCOS and insulin resistance for so long, and it has been something I've struggled with for my life. And I found out about GLP-1s in 2023, right after I had my last kid, and I finally saw change. I finally saw results, and it absolutely changed my life. I ended up losing 60 pounds in 5 months. And not only did it change me with my health, but I started sharing about it online. And I had the opportunity to help others then lose the weight that they were looking to lose and learn about peptides. And then this opportunity came into my hands with Ellie. And so now I'm building a business. I'm helping other people also build a business. So this has been a little bit of my story, and I am so excited to share why I've stayed with Ellie from day one. It's been the best. So, about EllieMD is a rapidly growing telehealth company focused on modern science-backed solutions for weight loss, longevity, and overall health. This is not just weight loss, you guys. This is long-term longevity and health. They did over $100 million in their first year, which really speaks to how impactful and in demand this space is. That number we have far passed that number this year, like their second year already. It is amazing how much this has just been plowing through what everyone is needing. The community and the culture is huge at LEMD. It does not feel competitive. It feels very collaborative and supportive, like a family. They've created a model for affiliates and for businesses that can allow for more time freedom and for financial freedom. LEMD is constantly staying on the cutting edge of what is available in health, wellness, and peptide innovation. They are constantly coming out with new peptides, and especially just for what's needed right now. So, what is the future of peptides? What does that even look like? So, as far as the peptide industry, it is projected to only grow from here. This is not a fad. They are not going anywhere. In 2022, the peptide industry was a $17 billion industry. Last year, in 2025, it grew to $50 billion, and it's projected to hit over $80 billion by 2032. That is massive, you guys. This is only going up. And this is rapid expansion in this industry, and billions are being invested into the peptide innovation. And so, as far as user growth, 1 in 8 US adults have already used a GLP-1, which I thought that was a pretty amazing statistic. But usage has more than doubled in the last 2 to 3 years. I think just as more knowledge comes out and more education, people aren't seeing it as a negative thing. They're seeing how useful peptides are. Peptide-based therapies are already used by millions and adoption is accelerating rapidly. And then with all of this happening, there's obviously been a shift in healthcare. So peptides are replacing traditional drugs. They are more targeted and have fewer side effects usually. And telehealth in general is projected to grow from $123 billion industry to $455 billion by 2030, which is like that kind of number is like unfathomable. But that tells you a lot. Like we are in an industry that is only growing, whether it's peptide or telehealth, we're in both. And that's a big number to look at. The US telehealth market alone is growing around 23% annually. And physicians now, 71% of physicians now use telehealth weekly, where that came up from 25% just a few years ago. And 60% of Americans have used telehealth services in general. And I have used telehealth before. It is so convenient. So with Ellie, there are two different ways to start. There's two options. You can join as an independent partner and as a business partner. So for individual partners, or sorry, for independent partners, that would be individuals sharing their weight loss journey, anyone who wants to monetize their story, parents, moms, dads who are on a health journey, anyone wanting to build a flexible income online, entrepreneurs, first-time business builders, or content creators and influencers. This is a really amazing option for you, which is the independent partner. As far as business partner, this could be anyone from a med spa, physicians, chiropractors, clinics, gym owners, salon owners, anyone who has a physical location, a brick and mortar. This is a really awesome option for you because you can now outsource your peptides for your business, which pretty much removes the liability from you. And you can just say, I have, here's where I outsource my peptides from. And then you obviously make a commission on that. So after you join the one-time $79, you will then be able to have a custom link that is for you, and you will send that to your customers, and they will choose a product, whatever it is for their goals. And each product has their own health assessment, so they will be able to fill out that medical assessment, which will then be sent to a doctor. And then the doctor will either approve or deny them. And this medical assessment pretty much replaces a Zoom call with the doctor. But if someone specifically wants a Zoom call, they can have that. It's just an extra $50. But it actually helps so much because the medical assessment will answer a lot of the questions for the doctor. And so once they're approved, it will be shipped to them straight to their house. And then they, as customers, will have access to the doctor 24/7 via chat. There's a patient portal and they can chat with the doctor whenever they need. So it's very simple, very much hands off for you. Once I give my link out to someone, once someone clicks on my link, like I don't have to do much. It's very much in the customer's hands. So what does that mean income-wise? So as an affiliate on the affiliate side of the company, you will join as a brand partner and you will have the one-time $79 and then there's an $8 a month tech fee. This is really the only requirement that Ellie asks of us to pay is $8 a month. And that's just to keep your website up and running and working. And then that way you can build your business on the side. The potential to earn $50 back is within your first 30 days. So if you make about 3 to 4 sales in your first 30 days, you'll get $50 of that back. And I kind of look at it as, then you're joining for only $29, which makes it convenient. But yes, make 3 to 4 sales and you get $50. And then you start at 20% commission and you can move up to 40% commission on your personal sales. I'll talk about that in a minute. And then the star, I have a star next to this because it's like the shining star of EllieMD is that we are paid a rolling commission. So each month that someone stays on their prescription, you get a commission every single month. So I was previously with a different company before I joined Ellie, and I would get a one-time commission. So anytime someone would use my link or my code, it was just one time and that was it. I would start over at the end of the month. And that is not how it is structured here. We get the opportunity to share this with someone, and then we can be with them through their entire journey, and then we get a commission from them every single month. And that doesn't matter what peptide it is. It could even be the protein. You will earn a commission monthly. You'll have the opportunity to earn back from your own order. There's no inventory needed. Everything is worked through the telehealth company. And my favorite thing to tell people is that we are professional pointers. We are pointing people to EllieMD to help them, or we are pointing people to, we're pointing people to the doctor, or we're pointing people to EllieMD to support. So we do not have to be the one that is like the most knowledgeable. We don't have to do hard sales. It's very important to be educated, but we're just the professional pointers, and that is what being an affiliate is. So let's talk about the pay. We all have the opportunity to earn 40%, which is actually fairly easy to get to this if you're working the business. So each product has a point system, and that is the personal volume. It's a volume number. So this is a good example of kind of how to look at that point system. And this is based on tirzepatide specifically, just for the sake of numbers. So if I get one tirzepatide customer, I will be earning 20% commission, which would be $42. Three customers, $157. Five customers, $315. 12 customers, $882. And then at the 40%, 24 customers, $2,016. And something to keep in mind is that this is a rolling commission. So I'm going to help structure this on the next slide, but you can see how as you gain more volume, gain more sales, you will earn more in commission. So this was what really changed my life here at Ellie, was the rolling commission. So just for numbers sake and keeping it easy, we're going to say 10 new customers a month. And let's say month one, you get 10 new customers and they come in and purchase tirzepatide. This is all based on tirzepatide. Next month, I do the same exact thing. I did 10 customers, but now I'm going to be getting paid on 20 customers because I know that those 10 are going to roll over into my next month. And then again, month 3, 10 more customers, just new people, only 10, and I will be getting paid on 30. You can see how from month 1 to month 3, I went from $630 to $2,500 in just 3 months by getting 10 new customers a month. And of course, there's fluctuation. This is like in a perfect world. This example is that no one ever canceled, or, this is like a perfect ideal situation. But you can see by the end of the year, if I got 10 new customers every month, I'd be making $64,300 by the end of the year. That's life-changing. This is life-changing. Most people will say a few $100s to $1,000 a month can help my family. And this is the opportunity. This is where it's at. So that is how the affiliate program works, just for the affiliates. So now if we are going to speak on the affiliate referral program, this side of EllieMD is completely optional. If you are wanting to just stay an affiliate, if you are just wanting to have your link, share it online, that's the end of it. You can earn 40% on all of your sales, and that's it. The affiliate referral program is just an extra added opportunity. So I had no intentions of ever doing the affiliate referral side, but it just started naturally happening. People were like, "How are you making this money?" And they started joining me, and it's changed my life now because I have like a whole family myself that has joined me, and I've helped other people make money, and it's been so amazing. So I get to help individuals and businesses join EllieMD and earn from EllieMD. We have the opportunity to get one-time bonuses and monthly bonuses, which I'll speak about in a minute. You can earn 3 to 10% from anyone who joins with you. So if you refer them to EllieMD, you can earn 3 to 10%. This is long-term earning. This is not just like, oh, I hope my customer stays on. This is long-term earning with people who are under you that you help them, and in turn, it will help your own income. And then to grow as a leader, that's been something that's been really fun for me, to be able to see myself grow and change. I look at myself even just a year ago, I'm like, wow, I'm a completely different person. It's amazing. So what are the partner perks? So everyone, all brand partners at EllieMD, we have the opportunity to earn an incentive trip. First year we went to Cabo. The last year we went to the Dominican Republic, and this year we are going to Cancun in October. And that is usually there's just a system of points with your sales, and that can be it just grows over time. To earn that, you can earn back on your own purchase. So I mentioned this before, but buying from your own website, you'll be able to earn a commission back on yourself. You get support from whoever you're joining with, and that is big for me. I have always felt that it's so important to when you join a company, you don't want to just feel like you're just ditched. Like, good luck, have fun trying to figure it out. Like, I'm here for you, and whoever it is that you're joining with will definitely be there for you. Becoming a professional pointer, the model of just saying, here's the doctor and here's support is very convenient. And then there's trainings. There are trainings with EllieMD. We have brand partner trainings and we have product trainings, which are so important. The educational series is amazing. You can actually watch them on YouTube if you want to go and watch those. And then I offer trainings every week. It usually is at this time, Wednesdays at this time. And it's so fun. I get to help people with growing their social media. We kind of talk about different ways on how we can earn and how we can grow online. It's so fun. And then if you do decide to build a team, there are some extra perks that you get. There are leadership trips and meetings, tons of trips to California. I've been out to Houston. We're going out to Houston in a couple months. And it's so amazing to get involved with the community of Ellie because it hypes you up and you see their success and you're like, wow, I want that. And so it's really fun. There's recognition jewelry, men and women, and then there's also designer bags, men and women designer bags. And then there's the one-time bonus that I mentioned. As you are climbing to a leader, you get one-time bonuses that range from $100 to $500. In total, it's $1,500. And then lifestyle bonuses are what you get every month as a leader. So as soon as you become a leader, which is the title director, you will get $500 a month, and then it goes to 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, and then the top of the company, you get $3,000 a month as a bonus, which is amazing. A lot of some companies would call that like a car. This is not we don't look at it like that. This is just a bonus to help you in your life however you need to help, however you would need it to help you. And it is life-changing. So now that's pretty much it. That's a very quick overview, but I know there are going to be questions. I do want to say before we open up for questions, make sure at the end of this to reach out to whoever it is that invited you here, if you aren't interested, so that you can get the correct link to join. I would love to open it up for questions, and you guys can just ask in the chat or however you would like to do this. You can just come off mute. You're welcome to ask any questions. Don't be shy.
Hi, it's me, Leah. I was just wondering when you were talking about becoming a leader, how many people do you need to have signed on or under you to become a leader?
That's a great question. It's all volume based. So there's a structure that will kind of show you the more sales you have. It's about to be at the top of the company, you only really need about four sales or five sales to be at the very top. But your organization under you, you have to have so many, it's volume based. It's not a number of people. It's just depending on what the sales are. Um,
Okay.
and and yeah, and if like it comes to the point of like, oh, I'm confused on this, like I'm always happy to get on one-on-one calls with people to help them understand it. It's a
Okay.
little bit more too in depth for this call, but it is just volume based.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So last time we chatted, you showed me how to go on to my account and send people links of to what peptide they would like to order. And I was wondering if you could show me that one more time. Like if I have somebody that's ready to make a purchase or sign up or, do that whole doctor consultation thing, if you could show me again what I would send them to begin their Ellie peptide journey as far as just being a like a customer, not like a partner.
Okay, so if a customer was to join, they would just come in here. Like if you want to share any link, you just have to be signed in as a brand partner. And then there's this share button right here. And you can go to any of the pages. Like I could go to the microdose page and I want to share this microdose page. I'm signed in. I'll just grab this link and it will say copied. And that's the link that you would send to a customer. It's very, very simple. But as far as them signing up, and if anyone is wanting to sign up, you can go to About Ellie and it will say partner with us. And I'm already signed in, so it says go to back office. But there's, you can scroll down here and it will say independent partner or business partner to join. You just want to make sure that you're joining with the person who invited you.
Okay, and then, but what if this person doesn't want to be a partner? They just want to buy
Yeah,
peptides.
you would just share this link of the product. So like a microdose, and I could come down here and I just grab this link right here.
Oh,
You
yeah, yeah, yeah,
want to
yeah.
make sure you're
Okay.
signed in. And that's
Okay.
what you would send.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Any other questions regarding joining or the company? My experience, I'm happy to talk about any of it.
Hey, this is Cynthia. This presentation is wonderful. I know you're going to have it on there. Is there any way that we could have it so we can put our branding? Are we able to utilize this if
Sure,
we
I
want to
can.
be on a Zoom
Yeah,
with
I can
someone?
make this available. Yes, definitely. I can make this
Great.
available
Thank
for
you so
anyone.
much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yes. Are there any other questions? I know there's a lot of people in here who are new to even
Carly, I
hearing.
have a question.
Yeah, go
This
ahead.
is Allison. Can you just tell all of us a little bit of like what makes Ellie a better, option for affiliate programs, compared to the competition?
Yeah. There is a lot of competition out there, and I think people can get confused because it can be really confusing sometimes when you're looking at options. Um, as for me, it came down to quality. So our pharmacy is an in-house pharmacy, meaning they only work with LEMD. It's called Clover RX, and they are very much they love us, and they will do whatever. Honey is the founder, and she will come to them and say like, "This is what we're looking for. We need it to be extra purified. We need it to be this and that," and they will do it. The quality is top notch. Just as an example, I just mentioned purity. There are 503A pharmacies that will not purify. They're normally supposed to purify it 3 times, but they're doing such massive amounts of product shipment that they're actually not truly purifying it. And that's actually why a lot of people will get really severe side effects and injection site reactions. And sometimes that's just like a metabolic or like a personal thing. But at Ellie, they are small batches and they are all triple purified, which not every 503A pharmacy does. And so the quality is one thing, the compensation plan is another. This is something that is going to be a long-term passive income. I mean, I was making a few $100s a month, and now I make well over last year. I'll tell you what I made last year. Last year I made about $600,000 and it completely changed my life. And this year I'll probably be doubling that. And it's just because of the structure of how this is set up that we are able to even have that kind of opportunity. So yeah,
Awesome, thank you.
yeah, and if there's any other like specifics that you're wondering about, I'm happy to answer on that. Okay, we have a question in the chat box. The customer can buy just the peptides or they need to do the telehealth per month. So they can just buy the peptides. They can pay monthly or upfront one cost. But yeah, a customer can just buy the peptides. They can sign up and um, they're just a customer and then they're in communication with the doctor. The telehealth check-in is a 3-month process. So it's not a video Zoom call. It is a reassessment. So they'll get an email that will say, "Hey, you're up with your 3 months. You're probably running out of medication. Let's do a check-in. How are you doing?" And then they check in with them, see if they need like Do you want to go up in dose? Do you like where you're at? Are you wanting to go down to a microdose? And then they have a conversation, make a decision, and then it's shipped out to them again. So it's not a video call every month. It's about every 3 months. But on the website, and I can even share this with you guys really quick. Here on the Ellie website, if you scroll on the main page, you can scroll all the way down to right here. Let's see. And it will say one-on-one with Dr. Wagner. This is a $50 appointment. They can do it prior to purchasing any of their peptides, or they can do it after if they have questions. The $50 will have, so you'll pay the $50 to book with him, but then you'll get a $25 credit towards your next EllieMD order if you do any call with him. So even if it is after purchasing, you could use the $25 towards something else. And he is so smart. He is one of the best doctors. He understands holistic medicine. He's amazing. He's great. So this is a great option, but it's not required to get your peptides. It's just there to help.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi, this is Aileen. This is my first time on the call, but I've been following you for a while. You're kind of what got me on my journey with doing GLP-1.
Yay.
So I do have a question. I mean, sharing your story, is that really how you built your base on Instagram and how you were able to do this? Is
Yeah.
that where it all stemmed from? So that's like where most of the people that, join and do the link and everything come from Instagram?
Yeah, it's very different across the board of like Ellie. For me, I just started sharing. I just had my friends and family as my followers. I started sharing on that profile, and then quickly it just like took off. I actually was on TikTok first, and then I came over to Instagram, and that's pretty much where I live. But I'm also on YouTube, so I kind of like have all, and that's what a lot of my trainings are. With my team is that I will help people like, let's start your YouTube, let's figure out Instagram, and I'll give advice. But there are a lot that will go to businesses. Like you can go into a gym and say, hey, are you interested in offering, if you're wanting to team build, I guess, you could say, are you interested in offering peptides here at your gym? And then they could be like, oh my gosh, that's so nice. I could outsource this. And then you could help sign them up with Ellie, and then you would be getting a commission from your gym or a chiropractor or so it's so much more than just social media. I think social media is just obviously the fastest way to get in front of people's faces, but this is so much bigger than that. I have physicians on my team, chiropractors, salons, a lot of hairstylists like it because you can just put a QR code right on your mirror and say if you're interested in peptides. So hopefully that answers your question. But yeah, I just started on social media. It was vulnerable. It's very vulnerable. It takes some time to get used to it, but that's kind of how I started sharing.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Um, okay, let's see. Since I'm new in this space to digital marketing, if I enter on Ellie, we train our material to do marketing. I wasn't on the beginning of the call. Yeah, so EllieMD has their own app and which it launched today. We're still getting access to it, but there are tons of resources and pictures and videos and helping educate you. Ellie will give you so much. I also will help you with that. So if there's anything specific for marketing or like, I have people who request certain graphics and then I'll go and make it. So I'm here and then Ellie will also have options for you. Go ahead, Cynthia. Do you want me?
Sorry.
You're fine.
Okay, yesterday I was, talking to people about this, and one of the things I found was a lot of them are just buying it online, and they think that because they're doing their own little research and they're going through a lab company, that they're getting, good product.
Mhm.
So aside from the 503 pharmacy, because some people do claim to have that online, um, how do I speak to that?
Yeah, the 503A pharmacy it's a big deal. We're actually going to be NABP certified here soon. And I think I said those letters in the right order. But it is scary out there. A lot of the times we don't know what it is that is even in these peptides that people are selling that are research grade. And so that's why the fact that we're going through an actual doctor network and an actual pharmacy that isn't just shipping from someone's house or a lot of times you don't know where it's coming from. And there are some 503 pharmacies that are fine, that are good. But it is scary and it does help to do your research, but I know that our products are definitely very safe and it all goes through a doctor network. And we won't just put any product on. They will never just put any product on that's not approved. So if it isn't approved, they go through, like, they wait for it to even launch it. Um, and then I saw a question about paying each month. No, the reason why they do 3 months at a time is because a lot of people won't even see results until month 4. And that's on a lot of the peptides. So a lot of companies that will offer 1 month at a time, these people are getting on a GLP-1 and they're like, ugh, it did nothing for me. But that's just an introductory dose, right? Like they haven't even gotten to the therapeutic dose to see any change. So they do 3 months at a time. And then at the third month, they get that reassessment saying, are you ready to move up? Do you still have more weight to lose? And then they continue on 3 month increments. And then as a brand partner, it's nice to see, like, I get a new customer order and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's great. I'm going to be getting, a commission from this person for the next 3 months, which is really nice. Are there any, oh, no more in the chat. I was going to also speak on the price of our products. Our prices include everything. So there are a lot of companies that will have, it'll say a really cheap price. Let's say it's like $200. And then people will be like, oh, I saw that it was $200 over there. I'm going to go buy it from that. But then as they're in the checkout process, it'll say you have to pay for shipping and you have to pay for the doctor. And then you actually have to pay for a year membership. And then people are paying these huge chunks of money thinking that they're paying cheaper and they're not. So Ellie, their pricing is actually all included. The price includes shipping, doctor's fees. It includes there's no membership cost. This also has 24/7 doctor access. If you're a new weight loss patient, you get a free Zofran, which is huge for like nausea, anyone who's trying to, adjust to their medication. It will give them a free Zofran. It's not offered for microdosing, but it is there as an option. So the prices are just like an upfront all-in-one price, which is really convenient. Okay, let's see what Jessica said. It's also nice to have access to telehealth and our front end doctor. A lot of other companies don't have that, and you're guessing on your dosage and what you should take. Very, very true. That is so true. It is nice to have access to that so that you can communicate. Another thing that I actually thought you were going to say in that is that we have access to our customers. So, as a brand partner, when someone joins and is a customer, you can even talk to them, you can email them, you can say, how are you doing? That's up to you. You also have a lead list option where someone comes onto your website, you can see that they put in their information, but they didn't buy anything, and you can say, hey, let me know if you have any questions. So they really give you an opportunity to connect with your customers rather than just being a person who's just sharing this random link online. So that's really convenient too. Are there any other questions I can answer? You can just come off of mute if you're interested in talking.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm on a GLP-1 now. I'm on tirzepatide. I've lost 20 pounds. I've got like probably 20-ish more to go. If I wanted to get into the brand partner part of the business, is it something I should wait until like I have my full results for? I'm like, and look, I've I've been on social media, but I kind of took a step off after we had our last baby. We have 5 kids. And so finally it's time for mama to worry about herself. And I don't know. So I've kind of been quiet on social media and I'm like, do I try to amp that up and then start talking about peptides or is it something I do? I don't know. I just can't figure out the timing. I don't
This
know to
is,
just wait till there's major results or what.
yeah.
I don't.
Here's the cool part is that there's so many different ways to do this. There's not just one perfect way, right?
Sure.
Like I actually really wish I would have started Ellie at the beginning because then I would have been able to track it and have way more videos, way more like
Sure.
before and afters.
Yeah.
That would have been really nice. I mean, thankfully I took the before pictures that I took, but I think
I've done
that
that too. And I've
yeah.
actually it had that in my mind the whole time. I thought, well, I'm gonna and I have one of those, what is it called? Hume or the scales,
Yeah.
because I wanted to track like is my muscle changing, whatever, from start to finish. And then every week I've taken a picture in the same outfit, the same whatever. Like
Yeah.
I've tried to gear myself up. I think I watched one of your videos like from a while back, or I think it was one of yours that said, what would you do different? It was like take all the pictures or something like
Yeah.
that. And I was like, okay, I need to take pictures from the get-go, because I'm sure there's some, but you're always trying to hide when you're,
Oh yeah.
and so I have at least tried to keep that in mind that I want to do this in the future and I want to have stuff, but when's the right time to just kind of go,
Yeah.
okay,
I think that it's obviously up to you, but I
yeah,
think that it can go either way. There are people who have actually never even taken any of the peptides who
hmm,
join as a brand partner and who just work it as a business. So like
yeah,
there's that whole side of it where it's like there are people who, well, now they're all on peptides because they're obsessed with them and they start talking about them and they all love
yeah,
it. But it's so different when it's your own experience and you're sharing online. It's
hmm,
like I said earlier, you're so vulnerable.
sure,
And but it's also you speak to so many people, even if you're in the middle of your journey, like people are like, "Oh my gosh, I'm right where she's at. I can relate to her." Or I'm right where he's at. Like it's just such a different, like you'll probably speak to someone so differently than I will, and you'll
sure,
have customers that resonate with you and not me. And so it just is it's good to put yourself out there, but I wouldn't say that there's like, oh yeah, definitely lose all the weight first.
right.
I think that people have been successful both
Both
directions.
ways. Yeah,
I have a girl on my team. She started Ellie at the very beginning and she lost her weight and kind of documented online what it was that she was doing. And that was kind of how she gained traction. And
sure.
it's great. So I think that either direction, it's
Okay.
wonderful. And so yeah, I think it's great that you even have pictures. And then it's like poor us. We were all over there like deleting pictures of ourselves. Like I never
I
want
know,
to see
right?
this ever
Getting
again.
behind everybody,
Yeah, all of my kids are like
right.
telling me to just like ahead.
Yep. Every Disney photo, every whatever,
Yes, it's so
holiday.
true.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, let's see what Madison said. I love following people who post weekly updates. Yes, while they're on their journey, even those who still have a lot of weight to lose. Me too. It's so fun to see the progress. So, yeah, don't let that be the reason to hold you back. Because even if you start talking about it, there are a lot of people who get on Ellie because they're like, I've been sending, I've sent all my friends to my doctor down the street. And like, that would have been cool to have some kind of kickback just from like a referral fee. That's basically what it is that we're doing. And so that's a really good way to think about it. And then just get on there and just talk about your story. And I think the more real you are, I was just talking to another girl today, like the more authentic you are to who you are in your story and just chatting with social media and not trying to like be a different person is what will resonate with people. Okay, you have a question. I have someone who wants to sign up as a business partner. How do we get to this screen where it says individual? You just go to partner with me and then you scroll down. I actually asked them to try and move it to the top because I think it should be at the very top. But they haven't changed it yet. So go to About Ellie and partner with us, and then they just scroll. Oh, you're so welcome, Christy. I would love to help you. And that's the thing to everyone here on this call. Like, if you do end up joining or you're interested, like, I am happy to help in any way that I can. A lot of it, majority of it is you guys, I'm the one just giving advice and I can like help where I can, but like, it's just such a learning experience as you're going through all of it. So, are there any other questions that I can answer? This was such a great call. If you were invited here by someone, please reach out to them and get the link from that person. If it was me and it was Instagram, whatever, you can reach out on Instagram. I'm happy to chat. And thank you everyone for joining on the call. And we'll talk to you guys later. Have a good evening.